Okay, great hosts. I have a solid geometry question here. This is page 66 from the JPEGD workbook. So, what's given? We are given the front view of what? A pyramid and also the prism, right? So, this is the pyramid, this is the prism. So, this is the front view of the two solids. And we are also given the top view of the pyramid. This is the top view of the pyramid, but we're not given the top view of the prism, right? Okay, an auxiliary view of the prism. The auxiliary view is up there. The cutting plane AA and the starting point S. The cutting plane AA is right over there, right? And the starting point S on our answer sheet. Okay, specifications: the prism leans against the pyramid. As you can see from the front view, the prism leans against the pyramid. Both solids are cut by cutting plane AA. Obviously, the cutting plane is cutting both solids right over there. Okay, instructions: draw to a scale 1:1 the following views of the two solids. We have to draw the given front view, right? So we have to draw the given front view. We have to draw the sectional top view. We have to draw the sectional right view. We have to draw the true shape of the cut surfaces. So I'll have to draw this four views. So I'll start with given front view. Okay, I'll start with the given front view. But for me to draw the given front view, I'll have to draw this top view of the pyramid, because we are not given the measurement from here to there. So the base, the length of the base there, it's not given. So that means I'll have to start by drawing this first, and then I'll draw the front view of the two solids. Okay, so obviously the starting point, that means obviously I'll have to start there on point S. So if you check here, this side of the triangle, or the baseline of the pyramid, it's tilted at an angle of 15 degrees. Okay, so obviously I'll have to measure that 15 degrees from this point. So I'll put my protractor there, and from 0 to 15, 15 is right there. Okay, so I can just draw a light construction line like that. Okay, and then the sides of this triangle is 40, so on that line I'll mark off 40 millimeters. So I have a point there. So now obviously I'm constructing the triangle, so all the sides are equal, it's 40. So I'll put my compass there, draw an arc somewhere there, put my compass here as well on that point, draw an arc there. So where the two arcs intersect, it's a point, it's a point there. So I'll have to draw this top view of the pyramid in light construction, because remember we have to draw a sectional top view. So if I draw the top view exactly as it is, that means obviously I did not cut the pyramid. So I'll just draw the top view of the pyramid in light construction, and then now I have to draw this part now. Obviously I'll have to bisect two sides of the triangle. Great terms work. So I'll just draw an arc down there, an arc up there, then put my compass this side now, an arc up there, an arc down there. Let me extend that arc there. Okay, so where the two arcs intersect is a point, even down here. So I'll just connect those 2 points, but I'll just draw a light construction there, just to get the center point of the triangle, right? Then even this side I'll do the same thing. So put my compass there, I'll draw an arc somewhere there, and the side, and then put my compass there, intersect that arc, intersect that arc. Okay, so I can just connect the 2 points there like that. So this is the center point of the pyramid or this triangle there. So obviously I have a line from each corner, from all 3 corners. So construction line there, construction line there, construction line there. Okay, so this is the complete top view of the pyramid. So now what I can do is I can add the XY line there, and we are given that from point S going up to the XY line is 58 millimeters. So I'll measure 58 there. I can just draw a vertical line there and measure 58. 58 is right there. So I can just draw that XY line there, right? Okay, so now because I have that XY line, I can just draw the pyramid now. Obviously I'll have to project all the points from the top view up to that section there. So take this, project this point up, this point up, that point up, that point up. Okay, so I have that base point there and the base point there. So this point is right there, this point is right there, this point is right there. Okay, so now what's the height of the pyramid? The height is 45. So I can measure the height of 45, mark off there, then draw a horizontal line. So now where is this point? Because this point is the highest point, remember. So I'll use this line and mark a point there, right? So now I can just draw the pyramid there, the front view. So I'll connect those 2 points there, and this point as well, and the base there, right? So obviously I'm trying to draw the front view now, right? So we have the hidden detail line there, so I can just add it there. Obviously it's this point there, so I can just add that hidden detail line. Okay, so this is the front view of the pyramid. So now I can proceed. Let's see. So obviously this prism leans against the pyramid there. So we are given that this angle this side is 45. That means also this angle of this line is 45 as well, right? So what I can do, I can take my 30 by, not 30, my 45 degrees at square, and draw a line from here, the top point of the pyramid, then just draw a light construction line all the way up to the XY line, right? Okay, so now that means I have obviously this line going up. And then obviously for me to draw this prism, I'll have to draw the auxiliary view first. So this point obviously there, it's aligned with this edge there, with this edge of the prism. So obviously this point is on this line, right? So I can just mark it up there, somewhere there, right? So for this auxiliary view, I'll start there by that point there. Just move my drawing board a little bit down. Okay, so obviously this shape is what? It's a hexagon. So I can use my 30 by 60. Put it like this. Then from that point, just draw a light construction line. Flip it, put it on the opposite side. On the opposite side, draw a line there. So we are given that all the sides of the hexagon is 28. So I'll mark off 28 from those 2 lines. So it's 28 there, 28 this side, Okay, so I can just draw that. Okay. So from those two lines, I can just draw perpendicular lines. Obviously, remember I put my 45 there. Just draw a line going up, slide my 30 by 60 to that point up there. Draw a line. From those two lines, I measure 28. Mark a point there. Mark a point there. So I can just draw those lines like that, and then now I'm left with that point up there, so I can just use my compass. So measure this 28 here, right? Okay, and then draw an arc there, put my compass this side on that point, draw an arc. So where the two arcs intersect, it's a point, so I can just join the points like that. So this is my auxiliary view. So now I'll have to project those points down. So obviously I use my not 30, my 45 degrees set square, because this line is at an angle of 45. So I'll have to project that point. Let me just do like this. Let me just draw this line up. Okay, and then project all the points to that line. Like that. Let me extend that up there. Extend that to that point. Okay, so now obviously I have this lines. Now what's the height of the prism? The height of the prism is 72. So I'll measure 72 from the baseline going up. 72, somewhere there. Okay, so now I can just draw my prism there. And even the baseline there. Okay. Like that. Just like that. So now I'll have to add the center line there. So half of 28, it's 14. So the center line will be somewhere there. So just draw the center line. Okay. So now I'll have to add the cutting plane AA. So from the base of the pyramid, I'll have to measure 15 and mark a point there. So 15 millimeters going to my left hand side, and then the cutting plane passes through that corner there. Okay, so I'll just add the cutting plane right there. Like that, and then from this end make it more thick, and that end up there more thick. Then I label the cutting plane A. So this is the complete front view. So obviously I can just mark off the front view there, because we are not cutting the front view. They just said I have to copy the given front view, and then number 2, I have to draw the sectional top view. The moment they say sectional, that means I'll have to draw that view cut using the cutting plane AA. So now I'll have to try and draw the top view, right? So before that, I'll have to label the points from this pyramid. Obviously, I'll have to label these points here. So let me move that a little bit. So I can just say this is point number 1, point number 2, point number 3. So this point number 1 is right there. Point 2 is there. Point 3 is there. And then this one, I can just say this is point T. This is our point T. Point T from the front view is right there. So I can just label that point T, right? And then when it comes to the prism, I'll just say this is our A, B, C, D, E, and F, right? So from this side, that means I have this edge. This is line AA. So just say this is A. So this is line AA. That line is on that point. Okay. And then here we have two lines. Why? Because on this line we have 2 points, B and F, right? So we have line BB, B, B, and line FF. So here we also have F, okay. Then the next one we have line CC and line EE. So I can just say this is line C, and also line E, right? Okay. The last one is line DD. We only have 1 point, so it's D, right? Okay, perfect. So now I'll have to project all the points for this prism down to our top view section. So I can like just move that up a little bit. Okay, so I'll start with this base down there, a point, there, and the top surface, start with that point A there, B and F, C and E, and point D there. Okay. Okay, so now I'll start with the cut surface for this pyramid there. So obviously the cutting plane cuts this pyramid on that point, and that point there. So we have about 3 points from our front view. So obviously I'll start with this point here. Here we have line T1, right? Okay, where is line T1 from our top view? Line T1, let me just zoom that a little bit. Okay, so line T1 is right there. So we can just project that point down to line T1. So that means I have the first point of the cut surface there. Okay, and then I move to the second point. So this is line T2. Where is line T2? T2 is right there. So I can just project the point to line T2. So that means we have a point there. This is our second point for the cut surface. And then the cutting plane here, it cuts 2 lines, né? Because from the base we have line 1, 3, which is this line, and we also have line T, not T, line 2, 3. 2, 3 is right there. So we have 2 points here. So I can just project that to line 2, 3 first. 2, 3 is right there, right? And line 1, 3, 1, 3, it's there, it's down there. So now I can just connect these points. So this is our cut surface for the pyramid. So I can just connect the points like that. Okay, so now I can even hatch the surface. I'll use my 45. I can hatch the surface right away. Just like that. Okay, so now I'll just leave this top view of the pyramid like this, and then move to the prism and try and draw the cut surface of the prism, right? But now I'll have to draw the complete complete top view of this prism here in light construction first. And I've noticed that there is something missing here. We are missing that axis line there. So that axis line is just a horizontal line from this point, right? So I can just add that, it's not a problem, because we'll use this axis when we draw the top view of the prism. Okay, so I'm done with that. So remember, we are drawing the top view, right, of the two solids. So now it means that we are looking at this two solids from the top, right? Okay, from the top I'll see point A first, and then the last point of the prism is D, right? And this line DD leans against the pyramid there at point T. Where is point T from our top view there? Point T is right there. So obviously this D line will be on that line there, right? Okay, so I'll just extend this to this side. So point D, this point is on that line, the axis, right? So obviously this edge of the prism will be on that line there. So I have point D there, so I can just label that point D. Okay, and then we have that point there, and then this point will be there. So this is point D. So we have line D, D, right? Okay, so remember, looking from the top, I'll see this top surface, right? So I'll see all the points A up to F. So so far I have point D from our top view, right? So if you check point D and A, they're on the same line, right? So that means even point A or line A is on the same line here. So obviously A will be just there. So this is point A, and then obviously we have the base point as well. So this is line AA, and then this is line DD. Okay, so now since I'll use my auxiliary view, so since A and D, they're on the same line, so I will need to measure the width of this section. So the width, so this is like the axis line, so I can just measure the distance from here to that line there. So this is 24, right? It's 24. So it means that I'll just come back to my axis line, measure 24 from this center line going down. Then obviously this will be 48 there, right? And then I just draw two lines light construction, like that. So now because I have those two lines, okay, let me just zoom out this. Okay, so because I have those two lines, that means those points will be on those two lines. Okay, let me start with B because already we have A. B, where will B be? So looking from there, so obviously B will be just down here on that line. Okay, this is our point B, and then after B we have C. They're on the same line from the auxiliary view, remember. So C will be down there. So this is point C, and D, we have D there. So I have A, right? I connect A with B, and then B, C, and then from C we go to D, right? Okay, so now we move to E. Where is E? E is right there. So E will be just down there on that line. So this is our E, and after E we'll have F. So F is there, so that means we have a point there. This is our F, and then back to A. So I can just connect AF and DE like that. So I don't know if you can see the top surface of the prism there. So this is the top surface in light construction, right? So because looking from the top there, obviously I'll see the hexagon shape there. So that shape is here. Okay, so now I'll have to draw the base now of the same prism. So because I have A, that means BB will be there. So this is our B from the base, and then CC, C will be there, right? Okay, and then DD is there, and then EE, so E is there from the base, E is right there. And then what else? Okay, F, so we have F is there. So I'm done with the base, so I can just connect those points. So A to B, B, C, D, E, F, back to A. So this is the shape for the base of the prism. Okay, so now I can just construct our cut surface for the